We are back, guys. We are live. It is another Crucible. This is Crucible number 2. This is our second go at this crazy-ass experiment. We got all kinds of weirdness backstage. Weirdness in the best way. We've got the best guests. We've got the best affiliates that anyone could ask for, and we're appreciative of them for swinging in. Talking about auctions tonight, guys. I know that's a topic that's been tossed around a lot of the different podcasts out there through the community. You see it on, all of the different message boards and things, and people chitting and chatting about how it's good for it, how it's bad for us, how it's killing this, how it's really helping that. But we really kind of want to get the affiliate view on, is it good? Is it bad? Is it something we need? Is it something we could improve on? Is there a different way we could do it to really make it work for us and not do harm? And if you don't think it's doing harm to begin with, still, how could it be better, right? So I think it's going to be something that's around forever. It was around before Morph Market. It was around before Palm Street. It was around before all the charity things. It's always going to be a part of this. So let's get on top of that and figure out how we can make it actually work to our benefit in the long term, right? So just a good discussion. I thought it was a topic we could throw around, like I say, with the affiliates. Jason over there is not blinded by headlights or anything. He's not a deer in the... He feels like absolute crap, so I'm going to just stick up for him right away before we get going. He's got the flu and the fever and all of that stuff. It's not that cold here, but to him, it's freezing. So he's keeping the head warm. He's keeping the sweats out of his eyes, all of that good stuff with the Deeds Not Words beanie there. But Jay, hopefully you're feeling a little better through this. We're going to make you hang out as long as you can, but when you got to go or you got to get to the restroom or something, just do it. Just say forget it.
Yeah, we're gonna try to stick it out.
Right, yeah. So we're just gonna do that way, guys. So appreciate everybody that swung out. We're gonna have a good show tonight. We're gonna get questions through all of the different affiliates. Each one's gonna ask their question. We've got a question of our own from the Forge side of things. We're not gonna take up 3 spots from Jamie, Jason, and I. It's just gonna be one from us, and we'll kind of rotate through the 3 of us who answers on that rotation too. So going to try to keep this one a little bit tighter. The last one got a little bit long, and I feel bad. I say this all the time for the East Coast people that are 10:30 at night and they're still trying to watch a show that, out of the kindness of their heart they're hanging out for. But we're going to try to keep it in that 2 hour
like an auctioneer.
realm. Yeah, and I'm kind of trying here. I'm doing my best. So auctioneer style, let's go through who's out there tonight, because I see a lot of different people hanging out there. Jamie, you want to rotate through those quick, and we'll just get right to the people. Look at this double dipper. Late to the show, first in the comments. Ashley, hope the ankle is healing up. Man, I know that thing is not in good shape. Look at it. All of the affiliates tonight popping in. This guy is on his hospital bed, on the show, and commenting. You can't ask for more than that. Ella, good to see you. Appreciate you swinging out. Thank you, ma'am. Sammy, we got a girl that's nesting in the back of the tub right now. Any day, she's going to be dropping those pearlies, and we can let you know how that goes. But Mitzi, got the hearts going out, all the emojis. I always appreciate Mitzi in the house. We got Connie. That's mom. That's the mom side of the dad. I'm sure Tim's out there, too. Is he right by? Nope. It's the other wife of the other guest of the other former.
Really double dipping.
Karina.
Yeah.
Thank you for swinging out. Joey Carroll. I don't know that one. That's a new one, but
new one for tonight.
Absolutely love seeing the new faces and new names. Thank you for swinging in. It's always good to get new people in here. Travis,
for
sure to see you, sir. Fantastic family over there. Love those guys. Tim, there he is. He's probably sent mom to go get him a refresh on his cocktail, I'm sure. Logan, always good to see you, man. One of the first in the podcast thing, just cutting it up with people. Jay, Deeds Not Words, founder, whatever you want to call him on that side of it, but we love Jay just for being Jay. There's B.A. Smoothie all the way out from the Pacific Northwest side of things, but he's going to enlighten us on what he had for a smoothie, I'm sure. Jamie, good to see you, sir. Thanks for swinging out tonight. Appreciate you swinging in. Hopefully we can touch on something you wanted to talk about. Brand new Forge Coin affiliate, Coco. Flora Esoterica. Love Kiko and what he's doing down there with the plants and the weekly
That's
expo at his place.
pretty cool,
Dude, that's so cool. Dwight, appreciate you, sir. Keep the music coming. Can't say enough about how much I appreciate that through the middle of the day, man. Makes my day all the better. Jason Opelt, family friend sticking around. I've known that guy for like 87 years, and he's still here.
Since 1902.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Gilded Scales, good to see you folks. That's another new one out there. Love to see that. Got Dustin at clowning around. Always good to see Dustin too, man. It's going to be a great show, Dustin. I agree.
Right.
Dickie Foster. We should actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring him out.
Dickie Foster!
Yes.
All right. That's all
That
we
was
needed.
awesome.
Dickie Foster in the house. That is Ken's favorite name of all time, and I don't blame him. There is Chris. Good to see you, sir. Appreciate you swinging in, man. Yeah, we're killing it for sure. Well, killing it, I don't know, but we're going to be doing it. Let's say that. Mike,
Do
Melissa.
it.
Hopefully, Melissa, everything's on the up. Man, what a scary ordeal she just went through. So good to see the other
Yes.
side of that coming around. I'm glad to hear that news. James B. Easy, Cookie, Maine, Pacific Northwest, local out there too. Appreciate him for sure. And another fantastic affiliate. We got to get him on here. That's all. That's all there is to it. Onyx and Ivy. Oh, and I don't know. Maybe we have another kind of a shout out that can do this one. Maybe, possibly.
Who is it? It's Becky. It's the other one.
Yes.
Very nice.
It's just all the custom shout outs tonight from the panel, so appreciate that for sure. One of the best names in the hobby right there. Reptile Dysfunction. Love it. Thanks for swinging in, E. Appreciate you, man. Oh, Tara. Good to see Tara in here too. She had a
Yes.
fantastic deal on rats on F&A channel. If you did not see that one, go and watch. If you're raising rats, if you're trying to do feeders, we got a double dipper right here that I'm going to skip over as I continue to talk about Tara. But fantastic show on that. Big D's.
Another one.
Good to see it. Yep. Got the dipping, over the dipping, over the dipping. Good to see Derek in there in the comments too. We're going to talk to him shortly. If he's not out peeing by the driveway, he'll be on the show tonight. So yeah, we're going to see how that goes.
Creation.
You made the loop.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. And actually, we'll make you blue at some point, but go ahead and throw links in there too. People, if you're seeing new faces, go check them out on their different socials and add them in. Add them into the roundup. So,
Yeah.
Craig, good to see you, sir. Appreciate you swinging in. Bash Coder, one of the best in the business right there. Fantastic show Monday night with Billy over at Mutation Creation on my channel, My Content Monday. That was a fantastic episode and really walked through a ton of the stuff coming in Husbandry Pro next. So if you did not see that, go back and check it out. There is a ton of great stuff coming to that. And there's a ton of stuff added to the free version of it too. Like if you're in that lower tier where you're just keeping a couple of animals, you're still going to get access to that stuff. So it's awesome. Great job on those guys explaining that. But appreciate everyone for being out here tonight. I don't know what else we really got to say. Some of the biggest news, Jamie and I got the Heartland shirts on tonight. We got a delivery from Jordan over there today. 18 by 18 by 18 enclosure, custom built in the black metallic pearl finish on that thing.
Nice.
Beautiful
That's pretty.
enclosure. Jamie's Lychee is definitely going to upgrade to that when the thing gets big enough to move into that size. Awesome enclosures, guys. Heartland Reptiles, not only do they do, some of the bigger snakes and the chondros in the breeding side of it, but his enclosures are top notch. I mean, this thing it's pretty much bomb proof. It's going to be around forever. You can tell by the way this thing is built. There is nothing that can go wrong with this thing. It's beautiful besides. So going to be doing some posts on that. Jordan, thank you again. That was part of an auction deal that we just went ahead and said, we need that. It was, for a great cause. Our brother Kike Bosa Reptiles out there. And we got it today, and man, is it nice. So fantastic job on that, sir. Can't say how much we appreciate you and what you did for that whole endeavor. So I don't know. Am I missing stuff, guys? I know I'm kind of ramming through this, but I want to get straight to the questions and talk about this auction stuff. We got all kinds of antsy people back there sitting and
Yeah.
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 I think we're good.
Nothing. Go. Roll with it. Hit the commercials.
Roll
All
with
right. We'll see you on the other side of the commercials, guys. Good luck and best wishes through this. I don't know. Whatever.
Hey folks, here at The Forge we prioritize promoting people from the community, especially where we see opportunity to share some valuable insights or products with our followers. That is why we are thrilled to have BNS Reptilia as a sponsor. Chris is a fantastic example of bringing value to the community, with years of experience keeping a variety of animals from ball pythons and blood pythons to boas or colubrids and more. Chris brings a wide breadth of knowledge and a collection of beautiful animals. Chris also carries Coco2go and The Chipper, two of the highest quality reptile bedding products on the market. If you want to learn more about any of these species, are looking to add to your collection, or in need of some top-notch substrate, please don't hesitate to reach out to Chris at BNS Reptilia. Chris is also a member of a growing community of breeders who accept Forge Coin, so don't forget to show them your Forge Coin.
Listen, everybody says they support disabled veterans, until it's time to actually do something. Last year, through Operation Deeds Not Words, the Fat Man Nation with Green Line Morphs raised $7,200 for disabled veterans and first responders through Camp Freedom. And it proved something important. When this community actually pulls together, we can make a real difference. So this year we're doing it again with Operation Deeds Not Words 2. And our goal this year is $10,000. Same mission, same attitude, just bigger. Camp Freedom provides outdoor adventures like hunting and fishing and just time back in nature for disabled veterans and first responders. Getting them out of clinical settings and getting them back to what really matters in life again. If you want to help us reach that $10,000 goal this year, then head on over to thefatmannation.com and pick yourself up an Operation Deeds Not Words t-shirt or a beanie. Because talking about helping people is easy. Actually doing something about it is what this campaign is all about.
Absolutely, Chris. Agree 100%. Deeds Not Words, guys. If you haven't done it yet, hit us up, hit Chris up, hit whoever up that you need to hit up. Get a beanie like Jason. Get shirts like all three of us. Get some other stuff like all three of us. And everybody else on the panel has already done. And put money to where it needs to go. I mean, these guys absolutely deserve it. And it's fantastic. If you were able to catch some of the details of what they actually did with these guys and bringing them out in that 7,500 acres to fish, to hunt, to just get out and do outdoor stuff, dude, it's awesome. And those guys deserve it for sure. Guys and girls. I always say guys just generically. That's not fair, right? But who do we got tonight, guys? We got auctions for the topic. Ladies and gentlemen. Who's the first, Jay? You want to just pick one out of there and you just introduce them as best you can, man.
Me or Jamie?
You, Jay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go in the same order as last week because for a couple reasons. This is a fellow veteran, and I get to remind him about the breeding that he's currently doing for me. I'm gonna bring out Big John from Mission Morphs, working working on my nose. All rise.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear at court.
Right. Absolutely. John, thank you for coming back on.
Yes,
Discuss
sir.
another topic. You're a trooper. You're always going to be a trooper. And like when these things come out in the affiliate chat, John's like, "Yep, if I'm alive and I can make it, I'll be there."
Yeah, I think by the end of the Crucible, I'm gonna have way less followers.
Wow.
No, come on now.
You're gonna
It's
have
got to
more.
be going up. It's got to be a positive slant. It's got to be. All right,
Yeah.
John. Thank you again for coming back out. We're going to get your take on auctions here, Jamie.
Yes.
Who else is sitting back there that you can't wait to get on the stage?
I cannot wait to get Catalina Morph Mixer, Ashley, where passion meets energy in everything she does.
Oh my. Okay.
Very nice.
Wow.
Hashtag get your Tinley tables.
Hashtag get your tippy tables. All right. Nice. I like that. That's a little shot at me, but I'll take those with a grin because we should. But I don't know if we're gonna still. I'm still tossing that around. Ashley, thank you for coming back. You were on Crucible 1, and I think you're gonna cover it again. Wait, hold
Look
on.
at this guy.
We've got a
Look at
guest
this guy.
appearance.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
Very
and
nice.
judging by the outfit, you've got that dwarf toss up to about 15 meters, from what I can tell.
I'm about to tear it up.
Good to see you, Chance. We're gonna get some input from Chance. If he's still around, we'll get some input from him through this. I'm gonna do intro number 3. We got another guy. Probably shouldn't be here tonight, but you know what? Thanks to him, we might get a sneak peek at a nurse, maybe off to the side. We might get some side insight on some things going on with Greg. But Greg over at Riven's Forge, in the hospital at the moment, but said, you know what? I'm just sitting here anyway. I'm gonna come on the show and talk about things because I will let him explain why he's here. Greg, what the heck are you doing here, sir?
Always supporting my friends and family.
Yeah, appreciate you 100%.
Yeah,
And
100%, man.
You like my hospital room? It looks pretty cool, huh?
It does.
Right?
It's nice they let you bring the animals, man.
Yeah.
They let you move them right in there temporarily. That's badass. All right, Jay, we've got 2 more
All right.
sitting back there.
So everybody's heard of Stretch Armstrong. I'm gonna bring out Flex Armstrong, LMK Ken, probably the limberest guy I've ever seen in my life.
The limberist.
The limberest.
I mean, there's
I forgot about that, Jake.
there it
oh my
is.
goodness.
I gotta turn out those cut out today, turn out, ingrown turn out. An ingrown
Okay.
turn out. I
That
got
can
2
go on
cut out
feed
today, and it feels outstanding.
That would
Okay.
draw you women with foot fetishes.
Right. I was going to say.
I don't like feet. I mean, I don't know. I think they're disgusting. I mean, I can show mine. I mean, hit me up.
Ken.
I'll send you pictures. I don't mind.
You really got to give us a heads up. We could put out the Only Feet cup for people to toss into the
No,
Only Feet.
it's now
I give
now
them away
feed
for
ads.
free. I don't care. Feet pics are free.
Right.
If you
Okay.
haven't,
Feet
if
pics
you're
are
not
free.
friends with Zach Parvar on Facebook, he put. So I made a video that's feet ads, and it's a joke because I wiggled my toe punch. And
Yeah.
so now
yeah.
we've got feet ads. So let's go, everybody.
Very nice.
I'm
Fantastic.
volunteering.
And make that
Fantastic.
money.
Well, Flex Armstrong to LMK Jamie. We got 1 sitting back there, and honestly,
We do.
it's been a little bit since we sat down with this guy. One of my favorites. Who do we got hiding back there?
We have Derek with Big D's Pythons and Exotics. He's been helping me with my new lychee, so I'm very appreciative.
Beautiful, beautiful. Derek.
Hey, and it's in geckos, not exotics. But
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
was it that looked grainy as shit?
She just enjoyed saying big D.
Grainy.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it looks grainy.
I think it looks fantastic, man. Camera looks good.
Thank you for having me, though. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited. Been waiting for this.
Thank you for coming
Thank
on,
you for
man.
coming.
We're gonna
Yeah.
definitely get some different perspectives from everybody out here today. I think we're gonna do this very similar to how we did it the first week. We're gonna just start right in with a question. I think it's probably easiest if we go first. I always put Jason on the spot. He's feeling super shitty today, so I'm sure he appreciates this. Jay's got the question from the Forge for the panel. Jamie's going to go back, from what I understand. She's going to sort comments and questions from you guys out there. She's doing the backstage thing tonight. She'll pop in and out, but we want to get your take on what, Jay? What's the first round? for
Yeah,
the
so
crew?
when I came up with this question, little disclaimer, I kind of assumed I was going to be last again, so I kind of went deeper into it, but we'll start with it anyway. So this is a little bit of a two-part. So what are your thoughts on people that back out of auctions after they've won it, and what do you think should be done differently about it than what's currently done about it?
Okay.
How should it
Okay.
be handled?
Well, let's get some adjustments then. Jamie, doing some comment filtering, right? Going to pop you out of there. We're going to do this and switch it up. Jason asked the question. I think Jamie's going to put it on the screen. So people that back out of auctions and what should be done about, I missed the second part of that.
Yeah,
Switching
how
shipping.
should it be handled? Maybe differently than it's being handled already, right? Because obviously, I mean, if we take Morph Market, typically that's a banning situation, at least temporary, if not permanent ban. But myself, I feel like more should be done. It ruins, if you're at all involved in auctions, it kind of ruins it for everybody when that happens, because you don't feel good about going back, right, to the person before, because how long was that person bidding against them? How much did they bring that price up, and then you're going to offer it to this other person? I think when we've dealt with that, we've just said we're not offering it, we're canceling it, and we'll either relist them or we won't. So anyway, what are your thoughts on it?
Okay. Who do you want to pick on first? Who do you want to see in the hot seat to answer that?
Let's go with G-Paw.
G-Paw. Okay. Let's get you out there. Greg, what are your thoughts on that? People that back out, they've agreed to an auction price, and they're just going, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to pay, whatever.
Well, let me share a situation in the meantime while we get to that, okay? I have been that person, but not really guilty. The first time I ever bought an animal on Morph Market was just an auction that ended about noon that no one bid on. So I snapped it for $5 plus shipping. Then the seller refused to sell it to me. And I was okay with that until I was banned from the auction, because he reported that I backed out so they wouldn't have to relist the auction.
Wow.
And it took me a while to get it fixed. Kind of thing.
That's a crappy deal, man.
Well, I don't think they're on Morph Market anymore. I agree with if someone does that and they ban now, and they've been given every opportunity to do it, I would go ahead and ban them permanently and get it over with, so it doesn't happen to somebody else.
Right.
Because it does. It takes up all the seller's time, but the other people who are interested in the same animal, like Jason said, are getting bid up and things, and their time wasted as well. And time is our most valuable commodity, period.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like that's a perfect point. Like you were on the flip side of that and got the reverse kind of situation. But dude, when there's other people interested and they're getting beat out of these numbers or wherever they're sitting at, and then that top person backs out, how do you backtrack? How do you recreate that scenario for those 10, 12 other people?
And another one real quick, Karina just inquired, it wasn't an auction, but same kind of situation, bid on a gecko, inquired to buy it, asked, how do you want paid for it? It was listed with free shipping until she tried to buy it.
Okay.
And they said it was an accident, but every listing they have on Morph Market says free shipping.
Free shipping, yeah. Accidentally, this one wasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, down the list we go. All right, appreciate that viewpoint. We're going to go ahead and slide in John. Thoughts?
I think they ought to ban them.
Yeah.
Just straight up ban them. You don't know if it's a newer breeder, and they've got a buddy trying to get the price up, so they're bidding on it. Just somebody they know to drive the price up, and then they get caught with it because nobody outbid their buddy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that happens. I'm sure that's the case.
Then to prevent in the future, make it to where you have to be at least a level 2 or higher, and you have a live credit card or something in the system. So if you end up winning, it automatically charges you.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So there's where, and we can get into this too, because I'm sure there's some Palm Street side of this coming. But like if you're on Palm Street, your payment is stored, and when you win, you don't have an option. It's taken out. Like, you can fight about it later, over the details, but like, you win that auction, your payment's stored, and it's taken out. You don't have the choice. So that is one upside to the Palm Street, which I'm sure we'll touch on. But yeah, I agree, John. We're gonna move on. Ken, what do you think, man?
All right, so I kind of got a twist to this one too. So I won an auction, and I refused to pay for it because when I won the auction, it was like for $50. The guy told me it was 150 shipping, and like I did the figures, and it was $60. But he said, "Oh, I live 2 hours away. I got to charge gas," and this wasn't specified nowhere. And it said shipping 50 to 100. You know what I mean? Like the normal 50 to 100. And so I backed out of it. So I'm currently on a ban for backing out of it. But there's certain situations that should be looked into. I mean, I don't even care to even bid on anything through Morph Market. Go to Reptile Ads, by the way. But anyway, yeah, I think I seriously think if someone, there it is, if someone does bid and refuses it, there should be some kind of penalty for it, but it should be looked into. And if the person who's selling is doing some suspicious stuff, I agree with John, bounce them, don't let them do it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, on both sides of the coin, and I don't think that's that hard to review and research. It's just look at your messages that are going through your system. It's pretty easy to see what's going on, right? So,
well, that guy, of course, was upset that I wasn't, paying his shipping. You know what I mean? So he badmouthed me, and they still didn't restore me. So I'm like, ooh, I can't do more market auctions.
Okay, well, I don't blame you a bit. I would not pay 150 shipping either.
No, and he was in Pennsylvania too, and that's why I bid on it. It was like a $50 female that was in Pennsylvania that made sense. It was a double head, wasn't anything great. And he was like, "Well, you paid $50 for a double head, you know what I mean? You shouldn't mind paying 150 shipping." No, well, no, you know what I mean? Like, I'll pay you $60 shipping because that's what it's going to cost in Morph Market.
Well, the questionable thing about that,
it is what it is. I'm the one that made that decision to back out, regardless of what it is. But I do think that there are shady things that happen after the sale that cause certain people to back up.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, it's not purely on the buyer.
125. It wasn't 150. It was 125. I don't want to stretch it. It was 125.
Yeah,
still.
But either way, that's a pretty easy judgment call. And now we've heard a couple people that basically where this is going is it's not really being moderated adequately. And I'm sure that's a huge job if you're doing thousands and thousands of auctions. But if you're doing that, it's kind of your responsibility. And if somebody's asking for shipping that's way out of line and it can't be justified and it wasn't listed that way, that's a pretty easy call in my book.
Right.
Well, I'm still not allowed to bid, but I don't know. Maybe they reinstored it. I haven't checked it in a while. But.
Well, we'll check back on that. Ashley,
It's me.
you're up. I'm just going to do weird swaps tonight, guys. Just heads up. Just in a swap mood. So, Ashley, what do you think? What are we doing with these people like Ken that decide they're not going to pay 125 shipping?
Right. If everything is labeled out, all the rules are there, everybody knows, and that person backs out, yeah, they should be kicked out. Yeah, that's what it is. And you shouldn't be bidding. If you're like, oh crap, I can't afford that, and I didn't mean to, then don't be bidding on things. Yes, like things like the shipping and stuff. Yeah, that's fucking weird, and I would question that myself because that makes if I'm questioning anything prior to me even receiving the animal, what else is wrong with it? What else is wrong with the whole situation?
Right.
So yeah, that's where the buyers need to report that immediately of this is what is going on. Do I think a card should be in there? Yeah, it could, but what happens when shit like that does get hacked? And and there's a situation like Ken's situation. He was just saying, with the shipping, and he gets charged, and now he's got to pay all this extra shipping that wasn't agreed upon in the first place, and he's the one that gets screwed over because they had his information.
So what if, though, that having the payment on file actually instituted a predetermined shipping cost, like that would resolve Ken's issue. Like there wouldn't be this, I'm going to charge $3,000 to ship this snake after it's auctioned. Do you know what I mean? Like
And
they'd
that's
have
I
a
think the
set
hard
number,
thing too
right?
with the morph market auctions is the fact that you have to set like a certain flat rate like shipping. You can't pick your shipping rate. And I think that's because it seems to be either it's like the options are either too low or it's going to be too high. So I've seen in different auctions that I've went and read that like people are like the cost for shipping will be what it is. It's not what's listed. So it might be cheaper, it might be higher than what I have listed depending on where your area is. And that's where maybe if that comes to it, okay, now show me the receipt, and then be like, okay, yeah, I do also have to charge you for all the the packaging and the time should be accounted for. You should get paid for your time for the products and all that. All of that should be incorporated. Or, the other thing is you put your reserve on your animal, and that is including your shipping, that price that you're going to take for a bottom dollar, put free shipping and call it the end of the day and move on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got reserves, right?
We're picking up a theme here, but I have a feeling that the last one to chime in here is going to definitely throw off the theme, and he's going to go his own route here. He's going to tell us things we haven't even thought about. Derek, what do you think on this whole thing?
I agree with Bannon, but to a certain point. So if you're going to back out of an auction, all right, for whatever reasons, you bid on something, no matter the price you bid, you win. By the end of the show, you're like, I don't want it. Offer to throw it back into the auction. If it's a live auction. Now, on Morph Market, you can't do that. But if it's a live auction that you're part of, offer to throw it back in and still pay your money. Or if you can afford what you bid on, give something. Just something. Because most of the time, our live auctions are to help somebody that is going through something. The main point of the auctions that normally go on with our reptiles is generally someone's going through something and we're here to help them. We're here to come together as one and do something. We're willing to get rid of our animals for next to nothing because we're obviously throwing it in an auction we know we're not going to get top dollar for. So we throw it in there. Now, if you can't come and honor your bid and you back out, throw something, anything, 5, 10, whatever, anything. Now, when it comes to like Morph Market and you back out of your bid, they have shipping in there for when you have to pay for it. All right, cool. Shipping $65. Now, average when you're on shipping animal, your average is between $60, maybe $75, give or take a little. It's average shipping costs around the world, and not around the world, around the United States. It's average shipping cost. If it goes over what you're doing, then you shouldn't be bidding. And if you mess up and like I can't afford it, then yes, get banned right away. Right away. There's rules set in so that way you know what you're bidding on and you've got to take in consideration, hey, all right, this snake cost me $75. Well, I have to pay another $75 for shipping. At the end of the day, most of the time you're still getting a great deal.
Yeah.
But I agree with what happened to Ken. People do that. People like, all right, you want this snake for $50. Well, I'm going to charge you $150 for shipping or $125. Like, come on. Like, you're not shipping me 8 snakes in a 2x2x6 box.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not what's coming to my house. I don't need to pay that much. Like, I've shipped snakes, I bought snakes, they come. Never paid that high. I mean, come on. So, I like the whole banning thing, and I agree with it. And if you have to back out, just offer something. If it's in a live auction where it's not monetized by Morph Market or what was the other one? I don't like them. I don't use them, but I use them.
Home Street.
Yeah. I try to use them. There's where I think they corrected though. Like before, when they started, they had to the point where every animal you bid on or every item you won, you paid the same shipping for every animal, no matter what, if it's coming to you.
They changed it now.
But yeah,
they have adjusted that. Yep.
So, and that's when I messed with them before, when that wasn't adjusted, and you had to go through a whole bunch of writing back and forth, like, hey, all these animals are coming from the same person. Why do I have to give you 60 for each animal for shipping? Like you really just negative my account when I shipped.
Right.
And they fixed it. They fixed it, but still, so I agree with the whole. I like Vinnie.
Okay. So I think we got pretty good consensus, and it really great question, and it does apply to, obviously we saw both sides, right? The buyer and the seller, but just a more structured format to where the rules are very clear is part of the problem from what I'm picking up. And then like stick to the rules and don't be a dickhead. I mean, it goes back to just basic being a human, right? So
Yeah, on both sides.
yeah, absolutely. You know, so I don't know. I think that's a pretty cut and dry deal. I think you stick to what you say you're going to pay for. You do it until somebody pulls out the $150 shipping on Ken. And I agree with you, Ken. I'm not paying that. I would not
I
do
wouldn't
that.
either.
And that's
You know what I
100% correct.
You know what I just
Yeah,
noticed?
I took the van willingly because, I mean, it's just the fact of I ran, you know what I mean? I seen where his zip code was, and I ran it right on Morph Market with $65. And I'm like, dude, you're like double charging me. Like, no, I'm not doing this. And I even told that to Morph Market, but whatever. I mean, Vanny, if I really want it that bad, I will just create a new email.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to some
I hate
degree,
to say it like that, but that's the facts of it.
Right.
I just wanted to clear this up real quick. We are not really what it looks like on the screen. It looks like Ashley's down there pimping out her male escorts on top.
Get your mind out the gutter, T-Ball.
Right, I know it. G-Paw's always got to point that out.
It's the drug.
It's the drugs. He's blaming the drugs. Well, we're not going to let you off the hook that easy. Greg, you kind of put yourself in the second question spot with these cheeky comments, just pointing out Ashley's spot there. But question number 2 is from Riven's Forge. What do you want the panel to answer here? What's your concern?
If there was not auctions already set up and formatted and that kind of thing, we had to start from the beginning. What would a responsible reptile auction look like if the hobby built it from the ground up? What rules, disclosures, buyer protections, and seller standards should be mandatory?
Oh, okay. Super in-depth question. All right. We're going to go reverse order from what we went last time, and we're going to put Big D back on the screen instantly.
I was still thinking about, man, that's a good. Yeah,
you can tag out. You can tag out like tag team. You want to tag someone
You have
else?
to
in?
repeat it one more time.
Yeah. I tag Ken.
I got something in queue. I'm good.
I tag Ken.
I got something that solves it all.
All right.
Silent auctions. Run silent auctions so the price isn't out there so you didn't see. That's my no all say all to this question. Silent auction.
Silent auctions.
Out.
Okay. And when you say silent auction, Ken, are you talking about like your finished price period, like including shipping, everything? You just put your number in, and that's what it is. Okay.
Yep. And if it's the highest number, that highest number wins. And then the only person who knows what that animal sold for is the guy that sold it and the guy who bought it.
Yeah.
Dude,
No one
I
even
love
sees
this.
I like that idea, man. I like that.
Yeah, I really like this for a
Yeah.
lot of different reasons, right?
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
all
affecting the
everything.
market. Yeah.
But don't
No
you think
market
people will
effect.
lie about that? You know, like there's already so much controversy with people not saying they sold for a certain price when they really sold it for X. You know, like, do you think it will cause some
Yeah.
controversy? You know, like,
I
and
think
people are
it's
still
gonna
going to put the
cause-
price out.
I think it's going to cause more people to lie about what they paid because no one's going to tell
100%.
you what they paid. No.
But what if they start saying I paid cheaper than I actually got it for this? Is that going to harm the projects even more?
I don't think so.
The seller might be like I sold it for more. The buyer might be like I
harm.
bought it for less.
I don't think anybody wants to harm the you know the
Yeah, the recipient doesn't want that project to be
Yeah.
cheaper, or what do you want that animal for?
they
right?
want it to
Like,
stay high so they could produce that high quality. So I don't think they're going to go low. I think they'll say they'll pay more.
But how many
Yeah.
times do you hear people like, I got this awesome deal. I got this awesome deal. All the time I hear like, even if it was this or that, I'm like, I just hope people wouldn't be so shady and start lying about
But
it.
what do most people go to auctions for?
A
They
deal.
want some stuff.
A deal.
Well,
Regardless
They're
of
their
what the
deals.
auction is
Yes.
for, they go to it for a deal. And that's every auction, not just animals. You go to a car auction, you go to get a car for a deal, not lot price, for half the price, if anything, is what you're
Right.
looking
Right.
for. Is a deal.
We got to stop making these auctions control what these things are worth, and that's what's happening.
Correct. Agreed.
Well,
Agreed.
and I think there's people too that have that kind of like the gambling addiction where they're literally addicted to sitting and bidding and trying, you know what I'm saying, the whole process of it.
Yeah.
And I wonder if you'd lose people there, which may not be a bad thing, but
it's
wonder if
probably
you'd
the
lose
people
people.
you don't want winning.
it could be.
It is,
You
because
know,
they
it could
probably
be.
don't know what they're getting there, how to even
Right. Yeah.
care too less. They
Okay.
just like clicking a mouse and bidding money.
Dude, that might be a whole different show. Great answer, Ken. All right. Well, Ashley, you were quick to say, I think people will chimp this system, and they're going to tell all kinds of weird numbers. What do you
But
think
I guess
the
I
option
want
should be?
you need to. I want you to ask your question again, so I heard everything you're asking, G-Paw.
Okay.
Okay.
It's at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it's okay. Go ahead and ask. It's fine.
Go ahead.
What would a responsible reptile auction look like if the hobby built it from the ground up? What rules, disclosures, buyer protections, and seller standards should be mandatory?
I would think almost in the sense where what Ken was saying, I think your silent auctions probably would be best, but I still think people are shitty and aren't going to be that honest. I mean, I think so many ways have been tried to help the buyers and with their protection and stuff like that. I think there's always going to be issues no matter what you try to do, because there's always going to be somebody out there trying to cheat the system. So I think silent auctions would be a great way to go. I do think whoever is hosting the auction, there has to be some type of an agreement that the seller and the buyer both agree to, that they cannot go and tell the price afterwards, that there will be, repercussions for, putting that out there if it's found out, just to add a little bit more, keeping that number safe.
Okay. John left. I just looked over and he's gone. No, that's those are good points for sure.
Well, Garden State put something there too. It says, like some people kind of auction 70-gram animals and things like that.
No.
Horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a solid point too. There should be some kind of
No steak should be sold if it's under 100 grams.
Yeah, 100
there
grams
should be
is decent.
Yep.
I agree.
Some requirements there for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I dig that. Gonna go. I think we're still going backwards here. Was it? I think was it Derek next?
I'll go. Yeah. So, I agree. Especially Ken's idea. I mean, that's smart. Silent auctions, awesome. Nobody knows what the price is, and nobody should. What's the word I'm looking for? God, I can't think of the word. When people, God, I can't. Brain fart.
But
When someone has they got an animal on the auction and they're like, all right, no reserves. Reserves are a big thing, because at that point, someone's trying to get the value of their animal in an auction, which that's not what an auction is for in general.
right.
At the end of the day. So I think all auctions should have no reserves. You shouldn't have an auction where, like, all right, this animal didn't reach $1,000. I'm not selling to you, no matter who bid it on it. It's like, that's kind of it. You know, it's like
Yeah, I've
It
seen.
needs to be like
I've seen.
different tiers. Like, you know, these are the 0
Yeah.
to 200, 200 to
Yeah.
600, like, yeah, different tiers or something like that.
like when you go to a casino, you got your tables you can go and sit at. Then you got your high rollers table. Well, that
Right.
animal should be in the high roller section,
Yes.
not at an everyday auction.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my little point.
And that's a valid point, though. Silent auction will do as good as an animal with a high reserve. No one's going to bid. I don't know if I fully agree with that. I think people are still going to shoot their shot, thinking that on that mentality, right?
Yeah,
I think people are going to go, I think this is worth this to me, and if I don't get it for that, I'm cool with it. And if
Yes.
the other guy gets it for more, I'm cool with that too. But this is what it feels like it should be to me. Is the
Well,
way
yeah.
I do a silent
And it
auction.
really depends on the person, the people that are going to bid, what their mentality is, and this is where I think it works in your favor, because if I'm going to an auction, I'm not going to go look at auctions and go, hey, is there anything I can pick up today? I'm going with something in mind, or when I look at an animal, I want that animal, not it's okay animal. Let's see how cheap I can get it, right?
Right.
So it may limit it more to people that actually are interested in the animal. Period. Which would be good.
100%. Yeah.
That's like,
I
like when
agree.
I go into auctions, I look for sable stuff. Nobody messes with it. Very few do. I will bid a little more than I would want to bid on it because I want a lot of sable stuff. So I'll go that extra mile just to get that, to have it here.
Exactly.
It's,
A better reflection on the actual value of something in a market, though, where people actually want
Yeah.
it for a reason and will pay X amount, you know? So, yeah.
Yep.
All right, John, it's over to you, man. What are your thoughts on this? You heard G-Paw's question. Like, if you're going to build an auction system from the ground up, what do you think should be mandatory, all sides, buyer and seller?
There should be a mandatory 2 to 3 photos, different angles, a set shipping price, and like I said earlier, a card on file. So you bid and win, you get charged that money.
Yep.
And similar to what y'all were alluding to a while ago, a tiered system. If you're a level 1 on Morph Market, you can only go up to this much on the bid end. If you're level 2, you go this group. If you're level 3, you got whatever.
Yeah.
Because once you reach some other levels, you've pretty much been vetted. It gets rid of the people like we had, where there was some lady that had like 98 inquiries and she bought one snake.
Wow.
Right. Right.
And then I do think you need the reserves.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of comments on the reserves on both sides, but the big one is always the complaint. If you're gonna put a reserve, then don't auction your animal. And I'm like, well, I get that, but you also don't want to throw something out there and take the chance that nobody saw it except this one guy who bid $50, and you've got $1,000 animal sitting out there on auction, right?
Yeah, you're kind of counting on that time frame that the right eyes see it. So I understand the reserve to that degree. Like, if you hit all of the people in that project on their Thursday, Friday, and their weekend people, you missed your whole audience. And are you going to let... I kind of do get that. I understand what a reserve is kind of built for in that regard.
I would just like to see the
and
reserve
honestly-
price.
Yeah, because
Like,
Yes, advertised reserve,
Yes.
like starting
Right.
at
Yeah.
$80.
It drives
You
me
know what I
nuts. It's
mean?
like reserve not met. Okay, well,
Right.
what is it? Why are we
Agreed.
putting
Yeah.
Don't say we're only doing
Absolutely.
$5 increments, but there's a reserve, and we're at $600. Well, you guys haven't met the
Yeah.
reserve yet. Well,
Yeah.
There's a
So ditch the reserve and call it
yeah.
a starting bid.
yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot.
Starting bid. Period.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah, because on this auction crap, when it first started, we kind of got burned on it. We had which at the time was, a couple $200-300 more, but it was just a pastel yellow belly clown breeder male, proven all that. It's like you were saying, it was not enough eyes, whatever. During that time frame, we should have got $350 maybe for it. It went for $35.
Yep.
But-
Then you just hit a wrong window. You know.
But we've also been a benefactor of it because Bridget got one that was probably at the time last year worth $400 to $4,500, probably on the lower 4 end, and we got it for less than half.
Wow, nice.
but
Yeah.
let me ask you this: why did you start an auction? Why did you do an auction? in
I
general.
just wanted to see how they worked and see what it would go for, and I was willing to let it go. I didn't know that, they had only been out for 3 months maybe, so everybody was still
Oh, you
learning.
did it on Morph Market?
Yeah, Morph Market had only been doing it for about 3 months. So what was that, 3 years ago or something like that?
Yeah.
Sure.
So 3 years ago, that snake should have been $350 probably. Then he went for $35.
So yeah, I mean, I think if the people running these auctions and setting them up, or people considering starting up a new system for this, are taking any of this stuff into account, there's a lot of really valid points here that could be ironed out into a pretty bulletproof system. I mean, I guess what I'm getting at is I don't think auctions are inherently bad. I think the systems that they're running under are not optimized for the situation. They're just not, right? So
Yep.
I think they could do a lot of good things, and we'll get to some of those questions too, I'm sure, with you guys and the things you have to pose. But
John had something.
Ken.
Did you have something, John?
If I had to pick one and quit straddling the fence, it would be anti-auction.
Okay.
okay.
That would be my stance if I had to get off the fence. The only other point I want to throw out there, because it bugs me all the freaking time, is, and it's not auction related,
Dude, I love John.
do not acquire on a freaking snake if you don't already have the money for the full price and full shipping.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Well,
like
if
this
you
$800
don't,
snake.
how are
Will
you
you take
gonna-
300?
Yeah.
Now he's mad at
How are
me.
you going to maintain that animal?
Exactly, John. Exactly. How are you going to care for it?
That's one
Yeah.
of my main pet peeves about this whole Morph Market thing, or any listing place.
Yeah, 100%. No,
If
definitely.
you've got the money for the whole thing and you want that snake, and they offer you a discount, or during that time frame somebody says, well, what would be your lowest price?
No, they message you. So what do I need to set it up with?
Right, exactly.
I just won this animal off you. What do I need to take care of it?
Oh, man.
I don't mind that in a sale where you're communicating back and forth and it's a new person, but yeah, an auction, that's a rough situation because you're like, oh, here we go, right?
Yeah, because they already bought it. So
Yeah.
you gotta explain to them what they need to do. Well, I can't afford this, or I can't do. And then you're like, why the fuck did you bid? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Effenheimers are totally fine in this kind of topic. Or you can say fuck as many times as you want. That's why I laugh so hard at John up there. This pisses me off.
The one thing I would point out that we didn't really mention exactly is a way to verify the information is correct. You know, this is a 3-year-old animal. Why does it weigh 200 grams?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't agree with that, Justin.
Well, yeah, let's hit this one. Do you guys think that there's a point where over a certain number it shouldn't be auctioned off, like only $300 animals at the most?
That could be your clearance rack.
Yeah.
I think the tier system that we were talking about would be better than just nothing over 300, right?
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's why there needs to be tiers. So
There needs to be tiers. I agree with that because there's a lot of people that do these auctions just to get rid of inventory that they don't want to sustain feeding anymore. They don't want to put their time and effort in breeding their rats, feeding to snakes that they have no use to their projects. And yeah, they had a bunch of them. Let's say somebody had 20 Bell complex snakes, like solid white snakes. They sell great. Well, you're stuck with 3. Well, I don't want to feed these people. Let's throw these in an auction. Boom, they can go for whatever they want. What tier is it? That's tier 1. We get rid of these because somebody will want it. It's a white snake. They get it for $25. Hey, that's a bag of rat food I can buy. Thank you. Move on.
Yep.
You know? Then you get your more expensive snakes. You got a Bell complex clown. You know. All right. Tier 2, $200-$300 snake. Bam. Thank you. Now I can get 10 bags of rat food. Appreciate it.
Right.
You know?
I can get 3 rats.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. We got Derek on a roll. That can only mean one thing. It's time for Derek to pose a question to the panel.
My question.
Man, you're on a roll. You're on fire.
All right,
what do you got for us?
What? Man, which question should I pick, John? Those were both good.
They were both really good. Yeah. Yep.
All
Just
right.
take whichever one you like, man.
Where'd it go? Here it is. All right. Oh, no, that was you. All right, here it is.
Now keep in mind, Jamie has to type this as you ask.
I know. So I'm trying to pick the shorter one. I'm going with the shorter one. So, do reptile auctions improve access to quality ball pythons, or do they increase the risk of poor care and overbreeding?
Ooh.
A good one.
Do reptile auctions improve access to quality ball pythons, or do they increase the risk of poor care and overbreeding?
That's
question.
a great question. All right. Reverse order. Jamie's going to get that in there. Jason, you heard the question, so we're going to let you start on it to not draw it out too much. But, I mean, it's a great question. Does it just create a situation? Yeah, I know. I'm kind of doing the same thing here, but
I thought you were sick, Jason.
I am. That's why I'm taking my medicine.
He's washing down the medication.
Yep. So I am
You're biased.
definitely not going to go with it's increasing access to high quality animals. The way it currently is, that is not the case. I don't know really how to expand upon that. It's kind of a, is it this or is it that thing? I think it could be. Let's just say that. And I think some of the ideas that we've already talked about here over the first two topics could help, that become a thing. So, yeah, I don't think so right now. I'm gonna go with no. There's a, just in our experience.
So you're more so on the side of it being overbreeding then, because it was just
No.
the two answers.
No, I wouldn't say overbreeding. I would just say that the way that the experience that we've had with the auctions is that the animals are going for less than what they're worth almost across the board, and they're typically going to people that are either new or that don't have a lot of experience in it. And then, as far as buying from auctions, we've done it a few times. I think we've done all right. But it's just, I don't think that that's the case across the board. I think
So
if you go
when
out there
you
and
go
look
into an
vast,
auction, do you expect to, when you're going to buy, do you expect to go in there paying top dollar on an animal that you want?
no, I expect to get a decent deal. Here's what I expect. I expect that when I get to my last bid,
Yep.
if somebody bids over that, I'm not going to get it because I'm not going to bid anymore.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I've got a set number that I'm going to. So,
No. Right.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I like it. Great
Yeah.
answer. It was great.
no, it's a great question, and I think the bigger touch point on this is like, are we doing harm by putting out the opportunity for somebody to get a great animal at a good price, or are we allowing a lot of unqualified people to land something they shouldn't have? I think is really the root of this, right?
It is, and that's kind of where I'm siding with the second part of that, John. I feel like in our experience that I'm not saying that people shouldn't have it, but I don't think that what is being sold is going to people that have experience, and we have no idea what's happening to those animals once they're gone, right?
Right.
So,
In all honesty, yeah, it goes into the
Sometimes
void.
you get that diamond in the rough, and that person gets that banger animal, and they turn it into something amazing. Now, it's very rare.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very
Yeah, it
rare.
could definitely happen.
It
But
could
it
happen.
does happen. It does happen. I know a couple people that. Oh, there's frogs in my garage. Sorry, there's frogs. There's 3 frogs jumping in my garage right now.
Catch them, you can sell those too, man.
No, I can't. I'm not allowed to catch anything in Georgia. Can't own anything Georgia wildlife. Can't have. So
Yeah.
I got all sorts of skinks and frogs that come in here, especially on feeding day with the geckos, because I throw crickets on the garage floor for them. And I got blue-tail skinks and broadhead skinks. They line up in front of my garage waiting for the crickets. So, but besides that, sorry. But
All good. We're
Yeah,
gonna get
so-
G-Paw to pipe
Yeah.
in on his thoughts. Got to get that.
I would say that most of the things at the auction are more pet quality animals they're trying to get rid of. I wouldn't put up on auction myself a good breeder quality animal that would help someone else's project. I would set a price on it and put it in there for sale. That's and I pretty much agree with everything that Jason said.
Okay. So you don't see this as a good opportunity to get a deal. You see it more as a risk of poor care or putting it into a situation it shouldn't be in.
Well, if you want to breed, a high quality monsoon desert ghost project and you breed it and you've got an extra one, are you going to put that on auction?
No, dependent. Again, dependent. Did I pair 4 of those pairings and I have 30 of them? Or do I have one?
Not even that, John.
There are a lot of questions.
What if something comes up in your life and you need to make a quick $1,000, $1,500?
Right.
You'll throw that up in auction to get that. Real quick, you know you'll get that real quick.
Yeah, a lot of
on the situation.
Yep, a lot of valid angles on that. That's why these conversations are great, right? Because you get a spectrum of people that can see exactly what you're saying, Derek. Hey, my control arm and my axle blew out of my Saturn V or whatever you shouldn't be driving anyway, but I need to get that on this car to do my thing tomorrow, and those things do come up, right?
Yeah,
and
I guess a better way to put it is, I should have put that is, if you see what you think is a high quality animal on auction, it's okay for you to inquire, hey, this is a pretty nice animal. Why are you auctioning it off?
Right. Yeah, it opens that up for that question, and I agree. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I laughed there a little bit, and I got to explain. I just realized that John was driving to the moon in his Saturn V. It took a while to click for me there. That's
Right.
pretty good.
Well, on that note, next one that shoots for the stars but lands on the moon. Greg. No, not Greg. Ken. Sorry, I was putting Greg away. Got all my names mixed up. Ken, what do you think?
What do you think, Greg?
So, I disagree with people who put breeder quality animals on these auctions. I mean, there are $1,000 snakes selling for $200-$300, and it's beginning to affect the market. So, I mean, are we going to stop these people from putting these breeder quality animals up there? No. I mean, they're their extra stock. They're byproduct. They're not what they need to advance. So, I mean, they're further ahead in these projects, and they just don't care what they're putting. This is taking up a spot. It's got to go for whatever it goes for. And I think there just should be a little bit of thought process put into what animals go up on the auctions. Because if you're putting $1,000 animal on there and it sells for $200, and then this guy over here is trying to sell this for $800, the same thing, around the same thing for $800, you're not going to get it, especially if they see that what they was just bidding on went for $200.
Ken, how many quality animals have you bought in auction?
I haven't, but I mean, I've heard. I mean, people paying $400 or $500 for $1,000 snake or a $1,500 snake. You know what I mean? I look for specific things. Like I said, I can't even do auctions, so I don't even look at auctions. Screw auctions. Morph Market's auction. Go to Rack.
It's not just Morph Market. I know. It's not just Morph Market. I mean,
Wait, we got to do this.
The best auctions are the ones we do live on YouTube on our own channels.
Those I look as a separate entity because those are for a specific reason. And, just like you said earlier, those auctions are to help people out. I don't think those auctions should even be included in this conversation.
Why?
Yeah, agree.
Charity versus business.
Morph Market auctions. We don't know why they're selling them. So for
Yeah,
them
well,
to
they're
auction,
selling them because they need the room. That's simple. I mean, you
and
know,
what's wrong
they
with
need.
that though?
They
What,
look at their tub as real estate, and
what
they
if
want
they
production
made
to go in
something?
there.
Okay, but what if said person made something? Let's say, all right, let's say, so I got a Krypton DG. I forget what else is in him. All right, and I breed him to a cryptic het DG, and I make the all gene banger. Why not sell that male if I make the banger I need?
Well,
All
I
right.
think
I
you're
mean,
getting.
yeah,
I can't get top dollar because I'm not a big breeder. I'm not a big name. I'm not nobody in a sense out there.
I
exactly.
think
Throw
you're.
him in an auction
I
to
think you're
get
getting to the
something.
core, though, Derek. You're getting to the core of the real issue, which really isn't the auction. It's what we're breeding and what we're making and what becomes the overflow of
Right.
your breeding plan, and then those
Hundred
animals are
percent.
going out and
Yeah.
it's dipping the market. But that's population. I mean, with growth, you're going to get that 100%. There's no way
Yeah,
around
you
it.
are. And if you
I
can't,
mean, I also feel people should only start breeding their projects, especially when this market's the way it is. We're racing towards the bottom with these auctions.
Yes.
So, like, why not pull back your clutches and only breed what advances? But you
Yeah.
got these other bigger companies that's, advertising on the 4 or 5 different places that they have, to advertise online, plus doing shows, plus doing this, and they're just breeding willy-nilly, and they haven't pulled back. But, I feel once those people start seeing and start, like, losing money, then we're all going to be in trouble.
I think they're there. I'm going to be honest. I think they're there.
I think a lot of people are there. Yeah.
I think they're there as well. I mean, I agree with that. And
All right.
it's kind of a scary situation, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, the takeaway is Ken hates Morph Market. Ashley,
Yeah, I do.
what? No, I'm totally
I like
teasing.
rats.
Right.
I really do. So,
Purple
I'll
turtle
be back.
technology.
Right. Same basic question here, Ashley. What do you think? Is it increasing access to a different thing you might not get, or are you
Yes.
ultimately putting these in the hands?
I think yes to both of those questions, honestly, because it depends
Okay.
who's
Good
buying it.
Yeah.
If I'm going on there looking for something very specific and it happens to be an auction, yeah, I just got a great deal. If a breeder's going on there and they don't know what they're doing and they'll be like, oh, let's just buy this for the fun of it, then yeah, there's going to be poor care. That even when selling in person at an expo, you still get the same thing. You get the people that know their stuff, that don't argue about price, that will pay that top dollar, and the people that want to pay $50 don't have a clue, but they really want to start their own breeding thing. I see it all the time. Once you decide to sell that animal, it's out of your control what they do with it, how they care for it, who they breed, whatever. Like, if you are going to sell that animal, you are selling that animal. Unless you are going to be that diligently and you are going to care that much, like, you have to go and inspect everything they're doing. Otherwise, yeah, you are selling that animal. Like, it is what it is, and you don't have control.
Ashley, your answer's my favorite so far.
Right?
I did not
100%.
expect that. I thought we would have butt heads a little more, but I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
But yeah, just every relationship, everybody comes down to arguing about money and what money they want in their pocket. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if that animal they just saw, they're like, well, I want to make that one day, and now that price has gone down, well, now I'm mad about it. Keep making what you like, keep going. If you say it's a hobby, you say you love the animal and whatever, then just keep making what you make. Eventually, yeah, you will make some money or that. You've got to put your drive for your project for what you want. And if you can find it on an auction and it saved you some money, that's awesome. Do I think it sucks, because it does bring prices down? Yeah, but those people also might be struggling themselves. Everybody is struggling. It is not just us. It is everybody. They have to clear out room. And if we have the room and we can buy it because we have that dollar, awesome. I'm here I'm going to take the opportunity where I can.
Yeah. Something you alluded.
I was going to say, ultimately, you touched on exactly my whole view of this auction thing from top to bottom is like, it really doesn't drive the market. I will argue with that all day. Like, If you're going to go buy the animal at what it's worth and you are the person sitting there to pay for that animal, that is the price at that moment. There is nothing about the market that is altering there. What it's doing is it's clearing spaces, it's moving animals around, it's giving me a chance, it's getting rid of something that's a burden on that other person. That does not set the price for that animal. As much as people will say, yeah, I saw it go for $30 last week, the guy sitting with $300 on that tank is not going to sell it for $30, whether you bought it for $30 or not on an auction. He doesn't care. It's not worth $30 to him. What it does is it gives you a real reflection of what that instant value of that animal was at that point in time. Period. That's it.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I saw a breeder visual zebra. She has some other stuff going on. Becky, if you're still there, you might remember. But you know, that was from Aura, and it was on auction, and it still went for a good dollar. But whoever bought it still got a discount for their project, whatever they're working on. For sure. Yep. You know, so it's still helping, because people that are spending that money and they know to go look for those specific genes, those people generally know what they're doing, and they're spending a little bit more money, and they got a deal. Ooh, big whoop. I like deals too. So
on that one animal, right? That is not a market indicator. What it is an indicator of is a market that might be temporarily over flooded. Maybe it's a little busy right now, but that isn't setting the price for that animal. It's setting the price for that
your animal in that moment. You know, think about if you vended expos, you might, sometimes I might be able to sell that blue-eyed Lucy, we'll just say, for $250. And the next show, people are spending more money, and I can sell that one for $350 at the next show if I wanted to. It depends 100%. Who's got the eyes on there, and what you want to sell it for.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the great viewpoint. The one point that Ashley started to make, and then she kind of went away from it because it didn't really fit the argument you were saying, and I agree with what you said. But the one benefit that you have where you're selling face to face versus the auction is you do have a say in whether or not that sale happens. You don't on an auction. And I know for a fact that if you're standing there and you're getting some huge red flags, you're not going to sell your animal to that person. You're going to say, go get a cat or something that you don't really have to take care of because you're going to kill this thing or you're going to be so disappointed. Right. And we've had that. We have definitely had that.
On Marketplace, I deal with that all the time. Me selling racks, and then people asking, "What do you have snakes available?" And I tell them, and there's stuff available. They go, "What do I need for this?" And then it turns into a 2-week-long conversation. Like, I'm done talking to you. I'm sorry. Like, I'll help you. I'll help teach you, but you can't buy from me right now until you're ready. Like, I will guide you the right way.
That's a good.
My animal agree.
But if you're putting your animal on auction, you don't have a say. Even let's say you don't have it on auction and you just have a market and you have it on, you can buy it now, click to buy now. You don't have a say. That person bought it. It is what it is. So for the poor care and overbreeding, we don't have a say. We don't have control of what other people do. We can only control what we do and how we react. So I sell snakes. I do breed snakes, and I do sell snakes. I don't have control of that. So,
100%.
I would love to think everybody does a great job, but let's face reality.
Ultimately, reality bites us in the ass, right? And that's John's job, is to bite us in the ass with his response here, because we already know he hates auctions. He would love to see these gone.
I've been waiting for this.
Well, mine would be a yes to both, but with the caveat of based on when. When the auctions first started, people were putting higher valued project animals out there. So yes, you could get a good deal. It was higher value, so it was the more serious breeders buying them anyway or competing for them.
Correct.
Not your average Joe Blow.
Yeah.
Now that we've all been bitching for 2 years or whatever it is, and you don't have those project animals out there any longer, it is, in my opinion, now going to lead to the overbreeding, because the newer people that can't do a 2-codom clown that's het for something for $500 or $600 at a show, but they can do $250 on an auction, because most of them go for half price or just under 30 to 50% is what I've typically seen on the ones that we watched. They can now afford that, and they throw it in there. Well, they're producing what everybody else is producing. they keep their one or two that they went for. Now they've got for byproduct that they got to put out with the rest of the people's byproduct.
Yeah.
Right.
So that is driving those lower sales on those, not lower quality, but lower snakes with less genes and lower values.
Lower tier.
Lower tier. Yeah.
Good
Hey,
point.
there we go with the tears. See, the tears is the thing. That's the
Yeah.
key. If anybody,
All right.
everybody
Yeah.
watching this episode,
Reptile Ads. Let's
yeah,
get
this
tears going.
episode, auction should have tears. Auction should have tears.
Yep. 100%.
It's, I mean, Ashley, John, you guys' answers have been the best tonight. Like, it's,
Well, I mean, look at like the World Championship of Poker. You got to get invited, and everybody knows you're gonna spend money. The buy-in for the tournament's $10,000, or used to be.
yeah.
I think of horse auctions. You know, I've been part of plenty of those. And
Horse,
what's that?
nothing. My family's got them, and I just call them Elmers and Alpo.
Yes. Elmers and Alpo.
A lot of people call them hay burners. Always the cow farmers are like hay burners.
Pasture ornaments.
Welcome to capitalism. That's exactly it.
That's exactly it. That's exactly
Well-
it. And the other guy commented, what's it, right here, E-Reptile. Yeah, I think it's been E-Reptiles, man. He's said a lot of great points, too, with this. Like,
Yep.
Horses, we do tiers. We have tiers in the
great
auction.
episode.
Yeah, it's because you get like the old horses that are, you know, might be able to handle your kids that are just learning, that don't have much life, and you've got the competitive show horses. They're not going to come out in the same field. You're going to have different tiers for them.
Right.
It makes sense to me. So
Yeah, 'cause
Well, those
the other-
auctions all have starting points, right?
yes, it was some of them.
no reserve.
You know,
the other-
like if
No
you're one of those
reserve.
lower ones, I mean, I've had auctions go where, you know, there's no reserve or nothing. It just literally just starts and, but yeah, like if you're coming in at tier 2, it's like your starting price. We are starting here, and that's
Yeah.
where it goes up. So yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
have- I'm
don't-
trying to clear out inventory. This might help your projects. This shit is really kick ass, you know? So
Yeah.
I
I
got a
don't know
question.
if this ever started actually taking place, but I forgot what podcast I was watching, and somebody was playing devil's advocate and said, and this was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Somebody said, well, look, if you're getting pissed about these going for so low and you're in that project, you go buy it, you hold on to it, and you can sell yours at the higher price and keep that one for your projects, and nobody knows.
Right.
True.
You know,
Now,
and
whether
that
it's written
holds
or not,
true.
I don't know.
Yeah, it holds true to a number, and I think you made a really great point, John. And when you start opening these things up and you get those projects into hands that are going to be multiple clutches of this thing that's already reduced price, you're producing more of that reduced
Yeah.
price project. And do we need that, right? So,
Well, most
I
of
mean,
the
that's
time,
an
when those
extremely
people,
valid point.
most of the time when those individuals that are wanting to be breeders and try their hand and all that, and they're in that lower tier, once they start doing all that, you know, they're getting a snake that just laid and got back up to weight more than likely, or it's a leftover from the year before. If that's the case, they may be able to go that year. If not, they've got to wait another year of reduction before they can run their 5 to 8 month pairings to make a clutch, and another 3 months to get them ready. So they're 2 years behind. That's
Right.
just 2 more years of deductions in the values.
100%.
Because when we plan a project, we automatically forecast a 30% year over year deduction or reduction, and then we
We
say,
better
okay,
adjust
is
that,
worth
sir.
it? Is it worth it or not?
Yeah. No, 100%.
And if it ain't worth it, we just don't do that. We look for something else that we like, that we want to do.
Absolutely.
Fantastic points,
That's what
for
it boils
sure.
down to, is what we like and what we want to do. If you're willing to let your animals go for this much, that's you. That's your choice.
Yeah.
that's your business,
What
right?
you want. And you're happy with that. If you make a clutch that's worth 10 grand, you make 3 grand out of it. Most people are happy with that, especially if they're not big people. Like if they're not huge out there, like the, you know, let's say, I don't want to drop names, but you know, the bigger people. And you make 3 grand off a clutch that you know is worth 10 grand, but you make 3. What do you get to do with that 3? You get to either upgrade your collection with 1 or 2 snakes, or you get to upgrade your racks, or buy a better display for your shows, and the rest you're like, I
Great
have to
stuff.
go for this because I
Yeah.
got what I wanted out of it.
Unlocked had a good point there too. I 100% agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's totally valid. Yep.
Facts. Agreed. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
100%.
All day long.
Exactly.
Well, we haven't heard, and we haven't seen a nurse yet, which I'm a little disappointed, Greg. But we haven't heard your reply to this question.
Well, he went to the Bahamas, man.
Right?
Yeah, now he's in the Bahamas.
Maybe the nurse did come and we just missed it.
I thought I did answer this already.
You got the morphine.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think you're the. He did.
Yeah, he answered this question, yes.
He did. Yeah.
Oh man,
John was
did I
the
miss
last.
someone else?
John
Okay,
was, no,
John was the last. All right, so we're just down to one question then, right? I think we're just down to Ken.
But
We
what
haven't
happened
had your
was-
question for the night, right?
Well, mine.
We haven't had it yet, but
Okay. Well,
I'm not
Ashley,
the only
John.
one.
Holy shit, am I off pace? Wait a second here.
You're
We're
on
gonna
your way
drag
to the
somebody
moon.
out here.
Wait, we need
We're gonna
Jamie.
unmute her.
What's Jamie?
Yeah, we're gonna add her in here real quick. Hold on.
I haven't.
Who are we
received-
missing, Jamie? She's running the controls back there. Who do we need to hear from yet?
We need to hear from Catalina, Mission Morphs, and an LMK.
Jesus Christ, was I a long ways off. All right. Behind the scenes you go. Bye. All right. There we go. LMK question. My bad. Holy shit, am I off pace?
So I'm going to catch us up on time a little bit here. It's a simple yes or no question. If things don't change in the next 5 years, will you still be doing this?
Absolutely.
Yes.
John thought you were going to ask a really long question, and he left, and nobody else can swap the screen.
No, I thought I'd go easy, like,
Yeah.
help the time out. So it ain't all night.
So what's your answer, Ken?
Yes, I'll be doing it. I mean, I don't think this will ever be like a full-fledged business for me. It's more of like a hobby. I mean,
Yeah.
I genuinely love doing this.
Wait, you like it? You enjoy it?
I really enjoy it. So, like, really enjoy it. So, like, it's never going to go away from me. Like, this is going to be something that I'm going to be doing on, in some way, shape, or form, whether it's 2-3 clutches a year, whether it's 5 to 10 clutches a year. This
I
is
think you
going
might
to
have,
be.
I think you might
Okay.
answer for everybody, but we'll see what everybody says here.
Yeah, just go around the horn. I mean, this is going to be the off-topic question. Jay, go ahead. I'm not going to answer for
Oh
any of
yeah,
these tonight.
100%. Like Ken said, absolutely love it. We're not in this for the money. We're in this for a lot of other
money?
things.
For all of these
Yeah,
characters
for
here
all of-
tonight, and
for
all
all
the
of you
people
guys.
in the chat. Yeah,
Yep, exactly. And the love of the animals, absolutely love them. So.
Yeah.
Till the wheels fall off, I think is
Till the
our
wheels
slogan
fall off.
on the back of the shirt. Greg, you're leaving tomorrow, right? You don't want no more of this if it goes
Yeah, I'm
wrong.
done. Set up. We're going to be here. We never got in this to make money. We got in this to help people, and that's our goal. But even if we were in it to make money, every one of us on this panel right now, regardless of the market, have enough genes in their inventory, if you will, that has not been worked in different ways that can make fantastic animals and do well.
Yep,
Yep,
100%.
totally agree, man.
Derek does not agree, though. We're going to hear from him next.
No, I agree. I agree. 'Cause, man, shit, I've only produced my second clutch in 2 years. Not second clutch in general. I've been doing this 12 years, but the last 2 years, I just got my second clutch in 2 years. Had a big break, but I love it. I mean, I don't know. I love meeting people and hanging out with people. Best friend of mine, Jeff Ballheaded Balls, had his first clutch a month and a half ago. Hatched out last week, and this man killed the odds. Destroyed the odds. Destroyed it. pairing was a Ultramel Het Clown, Yellow Belly, OD to a double Het Ultramel Clown. Everything came out Ultramel, and almost everything came out Clown.
Nice.
Like,
Wow.
out of
Nice.
7 eggs, 1 dud, 6 good, destroyed it like that, and to see that man's reaction and happiness, I just felt awesome for him. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
that's
going over
awesome,
Saturday
dude.
for his next egg cutting. Like, I can't wait. Like, just that alone. I mean, most people here know me how I am. I love hanging out with people. I just love the hobby to meet people. If you don't like my collection, I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
Okay. I
That's
like
the
what I
spirit.
do. I make some amazing. I got something that nobody has, but it's for me. You don't like it? Well, whatever, man. Use that thumb muscle and keep scrolling because I don't
Hell
care.
yeah.
Don't care.
Yep.
I will always
Ashley?
do this.
Where are you going to be in 5 years, Ashley? Not doing this, I imagine.
You know, I'll be with the snakes. Where will I be? Who knows? I don't know day to day. But
We gotta come up with a new shipping company, so it's flat rate, $60 shipping.
right,
Right?
I'm working on getting feet ads promoted. Yes.
With 10 toe pictures in it.
Right.
Hey, I have a video of them. I got the nurse to help me do a video, like taking the cast off, and like it was so good.
See? Man, that's gonna sell.
Nice.
But yeah, I will 100%. I love the community and the people, and I know I'm a little bit of a wild child, and most of you seem to accept it. So,
Absolutely. You just fit right in.
but yeah, I love it, and I love the animals, and I love how much different stuff you can learn through all the different species. There's so much to learn. Like, I'm nowhere near done learning anything of it yet. Like, in 5 years, I'll still be like, I know nothing. But so yeah. So I love being able to change things, learn new things, seeing what's coming out of the egg. Who knows? Hey, who knows how much it's going to be grown in 5 years? That's what I would say.
Yeah, right.
Right. That's the most curious thing is where will
Right.
everyone be in 5 years, whether you stayed or not? It's like, what is this
Right.
going to look like, And I think it's going to be good. I really do.
I agree.
John, thoughts? Are you diving out tomorrow? You going to save the rest of your sanity and just get the hell out of here? Or are you sticking around? Are you going to do your thing?
Nope. Right now I'd say, yeah, we'll still be here in 5 years. There's still stuff I'm working on this year to be put together in 3 to 5 years.
John, do you smile?
Sometimes.
He smiles. He smiles.
It's not very common.
Yeah.
My wife even used to mess with me and her family and my family. Just, you're too serious all the time. They just
I like it. I mean,
ADD and everything. Like, even while we've been talking, I've thought about some of the pairings that we need to make.
Yeah.
It's just,
Right.
it don't stop. So I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It doesn't
all of
stop.
us. Yeah.
It doesn't. 100%.
At this
I
rate,
want
I'll
to
be
check on
single
y'all.
in 5 years.
Make sure you all, kept to this.
What's this now?
At that rate, I'll probably
Ken?
still be single in that many years, Nick.
I said in 2031, I'm going to come back and reference to this and make sure you all still doing it.
Right?
Hold
Good
to
deal.
it, man.
Do it.
Make us stick to it. So
Right.
Jamie called me out for being way the fuck off pace, but this was one of the questions we hadn't gotten yet, or am I wrong?
I have
No,
not.
you're right.
Okay. So John, what do we need to
this-
talk about?
This is sort of like that little meme where the guy sits at the table with the, hey, blah, 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 prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's along those lines. The
Okay.
way I look at the auctions, the wholesale pages and the retail pages is what being equal to it in normal business is the retail is like your premium brand stores, your wholesales are like your outlet malls, and your auctions are like your flea markets. So
Yeah.
do you agree or disagree? Prove me wrong.
I don't know if anybody wants to.
Ooh.
I'm,
I agree.
I agree.
I
I agree.
I agree. It makes, like, when you think about that, how you just broke that all down.
Yeah.
You got. Well, JCPenney ain't around no more, so you got. I don't know. I don't even know any big stores anymore.
Yeah.
Target.
Well, wait though. Just
You
one
got
sec before we.
Publix. You got Publix, or you got Food Depot, or you got
The Dollar General market stores or like the little once a month farmers markets.
But now,
Before we get too far into this though, we're just gonna do this because this was the best question we've had tonight. Before we get into the answers, Jamie,
You want me to help you, Jamie?
I said,
She's
how
like,
do I even type
do-
that?
Do,
This is what I have.
Do-
Oh, wait,
do-
Lynn's in the hot seat. Can you type
do it
it?
in shorthand.
This is what I have. Do you agree or disagree?
Thanks, Jamie.
To
Spot
do it in
on.
I
shorthand,
think it's
Jamie.
valid.
To do it in shorthand, put retail equals like a premium brand store, question mark. Then wholesale equals outlet mall,
Man.
question mark.
can we get a physicist in here?
Yeah, hold on. Premium
how does I'm pointing this? Like,
retail equals
I
premium
never learned calculus, John.
Premium brand store,
brand. Okay, next.
question mark there. So, and then the next one being wholesale equals outlet malls.
Oh man.
Solve for why.
Okay.
And then, question mark. And then the final being auction equals flea market.
Okay.
So do auctions equal flea market? Is
I
what we
love
need to
flea
know.
markets. I feel attacked.
Yeah, a little different perspective.
But it's the same principle, D. You're going there for a deal. The same thing.
Correct.
we're
Correct.
doing.
Correct. Just how
All
you
right.
word it, I feel a little attacked, but it's okay. I agree with you.
Wholesale equals all. Okay, I'm picking up on this little jive as it comes across. All right. Oof, man. I don't even know who to. I'm gonna just do this because I'm just feeling like a dickhead. Go ahead, Derek. Tackle this.
I
Get me.
unfortunately agree. Not unfortunately, no. It's how he worded it is perfect because it's like we're going and we're picking our stores we want to shop at. Who has the best price? Who has the best deal? What are we gonna get that benefits our collection for as little money as we want to spend?
Yeah.
Like, and that the bottom line at the end of the day, that's what auctions are. You want to get the best quality animal you can for the lowest price possible.
For sure.
And that's where it takes away from most of the time. It's taken away. Is that rain too loud? Can you guys hear the rain?
It's-
Sorry.
I was
Yeah,
hoping
we
it was
could-
raining and you weren't
Right?
peeing. Off
Yeah,
the-
it's raining. It's not. I'm not peeing.
All
Damn,
right.
bird, woo, that's a stream. But no, at the end of the day, it's breaking it down to we're almost obsoleting a quality and sense of what we're picking, what we want. Now we're just looking at a price. We're looking at a price tag like, all right, I can get this DG Monsoon for, I don't know what they go for because I don't really care for monsoons, but let's say, I don't know, $1,000 less, $2,000 less, just to have that in my collection and then let it take me 10 years to make something of quality.
Right. Right.
And we're not factoring in, all right, me taking that long to make this, all right, feeding, electricity, carrying. At the end of the day, it's like, damn, I should have bought this better one that was bigger. And boom, got it. So I agree. I agree. I
Okay.
like it clear. I agree.
right.
That's my answer. I agree.
He agrees. Jay, what do you think? Is that what's going on? We're just putting these
All right,
tiers
I'm
in
gonna-
and saying auctions are flea market.
I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna tap John in.
Ah, shit.
John. There you go.
You're tapping John in?
No, not that John.
All right. No,
You're tapping
I,
John. I'm kind of worried.
I 100% agree with this, but I do think it falls a little bit into what a person is at their level when they come into looking, right? So, like, honestly, if we all think about ourselves on a realistic plane and you're going out and you're going to buy an outfit to go to a wedding, Like, where are you going to go? I'm not going down to the Gucci store. I'm just not going to the Gucci store. You know what I mean? So if you convert that over in this same mentality and you start looking at, like, what can I afford to still do what I want to do? What can I get what I would like to do? Yeah, I 100% agree with what John is laying out here. Like, retail, you don't even think about it. You go to Kabilka to get your red stripe combo because you love Kabilka's red stripe, right? You don't think about the cost. You don't think about where it's coming from. Like, you know already what you want and you can afford it and you do it. So I think automatically it's going to find its way down this waterfall, if you want to call it a waterfall. But I hate to see, hate's a strong word. I don't like to see the term flea market on the auction because I feel like we're kind of all in that boat. Whereas I feel like the flea market is like pulling things from out of nowhere. That's the way I view a flea market. It's like I'm pulling things from some other thing that doesn't exist. I'm getting a Chinese, whatever you want to call it, a croc or something that isn't a croc. It's got the croc with the Q on the end instead of a C. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I think that's the way I view that.
That's that niceness Midwest in you.
Right. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just an ass. I'll just say it.
Right. But I feel like that's where that puts it, and I do feel like we're all in the same ocean, at least in these auctions. We're all playing in the same game. We're not taking something out of Indonesia that was just imported and selling as a yellow belly that isn't maybe a yellow, but at least we're all kind of in that market. So I wouldn't go as far as the flea market.
Well, would you prefer swamp meat?
No. No, I would not prefer that, actually.
Hey, there's a smile.
Right. So hopefully that's not the way that sounded, and it probably did.
No, I know what you mean. It's not a favorable description.
Yeah, and I like the wholesale.
Yeah, but
the
it
mall.
hits.
I'll
It
go
hurts.
with that.
It's,
Yeah, it kind of hits the soft spot where
it does.
we've
It
done
makes
some
us-
flea market shopping. I won't lie.
I don't have no feelings, so Bridget done killed my last one.
Would we call it Goodwill instead of flea market? Are you better about that?
Maybe, Ken, maybe.
It's
But I'm going to take the spotlight off me because I talk way too much in this show.
I don't talk
already.
at all. I'm really
Hey,
shy.
but you got a dope ass.
I'm really shy.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think, like at any flea market, whatever you want to call it, you'll occasionally find that gem where, like, oh, this shouldn't be here. I just got an amazing deal. But no, I agree.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Man, okay.
Wow,
Greg, you're up.
Who are you?
Short and
Who
sweet,
are
she's
you?
out.
Hey,
Do you want me to disagree? I can go that route.
Derek
That was
hasn't
a
got to
horrible
fight you all
feeling.
night.
I was prepared for that Ashliness.
Okay, I'll bring it. It was a horrible idea. It sucked. I can't believe you'd ever come up with anything like that.
All right. So there it was, Derek. I hope you're satisfied.
I want to do a show with Ashley. Just a big debate.
Let's go.
Well, I 100% disagree and think you're way off base. Because, John, you're not that grumpy guy. You're a sheep with a wolf's face trying to act tough.
Hey,
There he is.
you got my grumpy fat shirt.
Are you gonna howl?
He's not going to howl for us.
But I totally agree with John's terminology, the whole 9 yards. You know, maybe it don't matter what we call it. There's going to be somebody disagree with it. You can call it Kmart, Blue Light Special. I don't care. But it's pretty much accurate.
Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
It's fucking great question.
I've been sitting here trying to think of something to disagree with, just to have a disagreement. I just can't. I mean, it's pretty much. I mean, it's. What else is there to say? I mean, like he broke it down to a T. I mean, there's nothing more to add to it.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of John's flea market complaint, I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call it Goodwill to make it better. Salvation Army. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the whole. It was the flea market thing that got me, Ken. There's something I picture about flea markets that are things
Yep.
that shouldn't be there in there. Do you know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
don't feel like
selling
that's the
dogs.
case.
People
necessarily.
selling
Okay
dogs.
with the flea market. I'll agree. There's some
Yeah.
questionable things sold
Hey,
there.
I bought some amazing cresteds though from a flea market. Just saying, some amazing cresteds.
Yes, that can happen. Could happen.
You can come across a diamond in a rough.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it.
I'm a bargain shopper, man. I will. I can wait years for a gene I want. I don't care. I
You can
don't.
find fantastic.
I'll wait years.
Years,
He's
literally years.
Antique
He's in the
knives
lab.
at flea
You
market.
can
Well,
tell
I'm
he's in
working
the
on those
lab.
DG monsoons you griped about, Derek.
Right.
I've got some DG hits right now, and then I'm pairing for visuals this year.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
Congratulations, John.
Ashley,
All
you're in
right.
the spotlight. I think you might be the sole remaining questioner.
Really go for
Correct? Or am I wrong on that?
I
Did
believe
miss
you're
the
correct
mark
this
again?
time.
You're correct.
We
Okay.
didn't get
all right,
Derek's
all right.
question, did we?
Yeah. I got
Okay.
another one if you guys want another one, but
I forgot. I'm old.
That's
I have
the
a
man.
two-parter, a two-part question here.
Okay, two-part.
I want to hear everybody say one thing positive about auctions. And then I also, this one's the little deeper one, is do you think the industry or the auctions would be better if we got rid of the morph market auctions and everything just went to live auctions and the sellers only get 2 of those per year and there's only allowed to be so many auctions going on during that time as well. So that way it's not an auction every single day with all these animals there. Everybody just gets 2 times a year to go really try to push their stuff out on the 2 live auctions on these platforms.
Okay. So Jamie her fingers are on fire right now, trying to
Can I
type
talk a
all
little
that
faster, Jamie? I can
out.
answer more.
No.
He's in the hot seat.
I want Jamie to answer this.
Right. So Jamie, you're on the spot.
Oh man, I had to try to remember it this whole time. I've been last. So
Okay, part 2. So part 2.
okay, so yeah, it was the one thing good about reptile auctions, or market auctions, whatever auctions you want to talk about. And then for a seller, instead of having like an auction, you can go see just every day that goes for days. Do we think it would be better for the market overall if breeders were only allowed to host 2 live auctions per year to push their product out, to clear that space?
So no
Gotcha.
silent auctions.
No silent auctions. You're just going onto a live auction, and that's how you're going to push your stuff out instead of just everybody coming and going right to an auction they view every single day of their life, where everything
Sure.
is just.
So limited appearances, limited auctions, period. Like you get 2. That's it.
Right. Yeah, like 2, there could be, you want 2, you want 3, something, something where it's not an everyday thing where people are just throwing animals on every single day.
Okay. Well, Jamie, you not only had to type
Okay.
it, but you have
Is-
to answer it as well.
Is-
This is on Derek, by the way. This is Derek's fault. So,
You're in the hot seat.
One positive thing about auctions, and it's been stated already on the panel tonight, that it's a fantastic way for you to clear out your rack. If you have a tub that needs to move, it's a great way to do it. And as Ashley said, you put that animal out, you don't really expect that you're going to get what it's worth, but you've made the decision you're going to put it out there. And I think it's a great way to move animals
Yeah.
that way. As far as part 2 for the seller, do we think it would be better overall if breeders could host 2 live auctions per year? I don't think it would be better. I think that people should be able to do an auction when they want to do an auction if it's permittable for
Do you
them.
think it would help the the industry though, where it doesn't feel so flooded if we're not seeing an auction every time you go to Morph Market.
Yes, except there's so many people on Morph Market, it would still be a lot out there.
I almost wonder if you'd like to because they do the badge. It's like you have to get to a certain level where you can even have an auction to prove that you're a good seller.
Yeah,
I'm kind of interested to know what sales. I haven't looked at it. Maybe somebody knows, but what has Morph Market's sales done since auction started? Has it actually changed? Because I feel like it maybe hasn't. I think people think it has.
Right.
But I feel like
because
those animals
they're
would
seeing
have just
them roll through.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Well, and I
I'd
think
be
we should
curious to
take a
know.
moment to stamp Jamie as 100% capitalist because she's like, auction all the shit you can auction. You know, she's like, get these things moving. But-
Like I got more lychees to buy. Yes.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
And they're very expensive on the auctions too.
I was thinking how many lychees he's got off me, and the price he paid. I don't sell them what they go for.
Yeah.
They're
Yes,
they're
very nice
quite
lychees.
pricey.
You
Yeah.
selling any breeders?
No.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Not that I
So
can
there,
afford it right
Derek.
this second. All right, anyone, we got to get back on. I'm gonna
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
take us off here.
Two-parter.
Two-parter. So, live auction. All right. So, as far as the limited auctions, I do not agree with that as well. I think people should have as many auctions as they want. I like it just because, one, it's great entertainment. I don't know about you guys, but I love I'll just sit here for hours, and like Friday nights, I'll watch auctions on Morph Market, and I'll be on the phone with Jeff. And we'll make up, because when you watch them, they say you only get the first and last letter of whoever's bidding. So we make up names who's bidding. And all right, BNS is coming in. This is Ball Sucker. He's winning, number one. Like, let's go. Like,
Ball Sucker number one.
Yep. And, but besides that, I think anybody should be able to do the auctions because we don't know what they're auctioning for, what the reason is. It could be they need space. It could be they need help with money, whatever. It don't matter. As far as the live auctions, those we pretty much have a reason why it's going on, and we all go there to support and help said person, not to really necessarily get an animal. And those auctions are the ones that are high-end merch. Not so much
There you go.
animals, because those ones are the ones where people are like, all right, let me unload my 50 males I have that I don't need. And it's like, well, nobody's really looking for that. And then you see the merch selling for more than the snakes.
100%. Yeah.
And the first part of the
So
question
there was
what? One positive
Some
thing.
positive
Positive thing, it helps others. Helps others.
Perfect. So, we're going to move on to the next answer. It's going to be Ken. Ken, so prep your answer. I do have to do this, though, to get this started, guys. Apologize, but we're going to do this also because every week we give away Forge Coin. And we got to give away Forge Coin, but I want to get it started now before we roll through the rest of it. So type in there, #auctions if you want a shot at it. Going to get you 10 Forge Coin. Every week we're giving away Forge Coin, guys. All these people on the panel tonight are affiliates. If there's something they got you want, please let us know. Please let them know. Please spend fucking Forge Coin, guys. Forge Coin. There's a pile of it out. Look at Nick. Nick's in there twice already. All right. This is all I needed to see. So, yeah, just keep typing them in there. #auctions, guys. You're going to get entered in that. We're going to spin to win at the end. I needed to get it in there. Derek, thank you, sir. Not to minimize your answer. But, Ken,
No.
you are up on the answer platform.
Okay, so a positive thing about the auctions, it's a good way to pick up a cheap animal to help your projects out. You might be able to advance your male or get another female for your project pretty cheap. And I don't think limiting the auctions is really going to solve anything. I think it's just going to make it worse because then they don't have a place to really, sell these animals that aren't selling. Like, what are they going to do with them? I think the silent auction ideal is just a way for everything to sit. Like, Like, you're not showing prices, so it's not affecting anything at all.
I love the silent auction idea. I really do. There's so many aspects of that play into what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
At the same time, like, how genius is that? Like, literally, Ken, that is a fantastic idea.
Genius.
It is.
I told you, one word will solve it all. Silent auction.
No, it's a great idea.
Not one word.
One phrase, 2 words. Silent auction.
He used all his geniusness on the idea.
All right, smart Alec. We're going to let you roll with your own answer to your own question. What do you think on your own question?
Yeah, I think it helps to, just positive, it helps to move animals. And I don't think you should limit auctions either. I like the idea of having the tiers. I like the idea of a silent auction. But yeah, I would worry 100% where those animals would end up. Just because I've seen that with different animal communities when auctions and certain things got shut down, good things did not happen to those animals. So yeah, I was just curious to see what other people thought about that as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'll be copywriting the silent auction thing tomorrow, so if anybody does
I'll make sure to get it done tonight.
Right. John?
Are closed. You can't do it till morning.
Oh, I know somebody. I know people.
I'm on the East Coast. They open up earlier.
Yeah, on mine, the basic answer is going to be, it clears real estate, to the first part. If you take the money equation out, it's a way to open up room, move your whole backs into a bigger tub. The flip side of that on the first part is it does, as long as people still do some, it does let some people that want to breed in at a low price for a quality investment animal.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of twofold for that first part. And for the second part, no, I don't agree with it because, it would be great if you did limit them because then people are kind of like at a 2-day show versus a 1-day show. They know they got to get it that day or they're going to miss it. On a 2-day, we can come back tomorrow and see if it's still there.
But at that point, it turns into a reptile show. You're waiting for this person to go live for their auction for you to spend your money.
Yeah,
100%.
But I don't think
going
this should
social
be.
media way anyway.
But I don't think they should be limited to the quantity, just for the simple fact, like Derek had said. Somebody may have a family situation; they need money now, and if they don't have the notoriety or the name and whatever or the reach, that's their best avenue.
100%. Yeah, I do think that happens a fair amount, and we don't know the details behind why it's listed.
Right?
And I feel like
It saved me
good
3 years ago when I got injured. When I got injured at work, and I was out of work for 2 years. I had no money coming in. I had 300 snakes, and I went down to 36 snakes because I had to get by and pay bills. I started almost from scratch.
Yeah, I'm at almost 1 year, but the snakes are what keeping me going and feeding everything. So
right.
I'm lucky I had so many clutches last year. Had a lot of inventory.
100%. Greg, thoughts on this whole thing? One positive thing about auctions, and then
positive
should
thing
they
I
be
think
limited?
is a great outlet for people to get into the hobby, or even pet buyers to have a wide variety and try to decide what they want. As far as the other part, I'm anti-control, so I don't agree with it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And perfect points. I 100% agree with you on both points. People like auctions to move things. They like it when it's in their favor. They don't like it when it's not in their favor. And that's the whole point of the topic, is to get to the root of where is the issue with auctions, period, right?
Egos.
Can they be
That's the root
good?
of the issue.
Yeah, for sure. Can they be good? Absolutely.
Well,
can they be
and
bad?
there was-
Absolutely,
Well, put it
There's a
this way.
couple
What you
interesting-
said, John. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say there was a couple interesting things that came up while that was all going on too, and I was going back to try to find it in the chat here, but somebody actually listed, here it is. Somebody actually listed some over 80,000 a year ago, now only 30. So that's maybe a little different than what I thought it might be. I kind of assumed it was still probably level, but that's kind of the opposite direction. So that's interesting. And then the other thing I wanted to say was that when when Ashley first said the question, I thought immediately on the second half, going back to kind of John's Mission Morph John's arguments earlier, is that, you know, if you limited the auctions, eventually it would maybe force breeders to go, you know what, I'm not pairing that because I'm going to get a lot of stuff that I only have a couple chances a year to get rid of. So it may help there. But then Ashley blew it when she came out and said, I've seen what happens and bad things happen to the animals. So, you know, but it is something to think about, right? Yeah.
I think it could help. I do 100% think it could help for sure with the selling of animals and just the quantity of what's out there. But yeah, it's there's so many people that do not care about the animal. They just care about the dollar. So they don't care if they're going to throw them in the garbage bag or whatever. And then these animals are suffering because of that.
Those people are on this panel.
Well, and I think that's going to happen regardless.
That's a dark side. That's a dark side to the whole thing, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah.
The people that are only in it for the money, I'd almost be willing to bet, and this is all sarcasm, but some semi-true. They all got indigos, they all got cobras, or they got a big freezer. They're just not going to say what they're doing with the unwanted byproduct.
Yes.
For sure.
I got one thing to add.
At the last Dallas show, we got rid of our last 5 2022 babies that we've been feeding every single week all this time. We've spent more than they were valued at.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But
100%.
that's what I'm going to do with them. I'm not going to just end it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 23s still here. We have no use for them. They're not going to go into a breeding program. They're still here, but you know they'll move at some point.
What we're personally going to do is we're going to try to find, like with school starting up next year, is maybe hit some of these science teachers like what Jamie does at Professor and see if they want to do some of that, or possibly some of these autism type places. And like G. Paul's talked about with the veterans, is there is some calm you down effect with these things once they start constricting and all that.
For sure.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
So then there's an avenue for those byproducts. I mean, okay, big deal. You didn't make $50 on that snake. Well, like in our situation, we're purchasing our feeders still. Yeah, we didn't make that $50, but we saved $150 on feed.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
So we cut our cost.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
Like that.
Valid as hell, guys. Valid as hell. I can't argue with any of the points that were made tonight, and that's the whole purpose of the show. Period, is to like get different viewpoints and people's perspective, because everyone's so close to their own mindset, and they get tunnel vision and they refuse to look to the side, right? So to have these conversations is invaluable, in my opinion. And we all like each other. I mean, except Ken. I don't like Ken all that much.
Ken's really hard to get along with. That guy.
John likes picking on you, Ken.
Yeah, because he takes it so well and he throws it so well. But yeah, no, I mean, it's the whole point of these conversations, and they're important. I think they're important because we have to have them. We have to know where everybody is seeing it from a different point of view to approach your own things with that in mind. If you do it purely on your own ethic and your own little tunnel vision, you're doing it wrong. You need to take everyone's point of view into account when you start into something. So, fantastic, guys. Thank you so much.
Derek keeps trying to say something. What are you trying to say, Derek?
Oh.
So, look at when auctions started and who was doing them. It was almost to the point like no-name breeders, people just starting. Now you look at auctions today, how many big breeders you see doing auctions now?
Yeah.
How many just do auctions? That's it. Don't go to those no more. I know not a handful. I know like 3. Bigger guys that were huge. They're still huge, but
the market's driving that, man.
Now, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave their house.
Yeah, but those individuals
probably they gotta go to their snake room, and And then they have multiple other breeders come to their snake room and auction off their stuff.
Yeah.
They go for hours.
Yep.
They may get mad at some things that sell. I bought some animals off of some people that he thought the camera wasn't on, but he was cursing when I got it for the price I got it.
Yeah, that'll happen too.
You know, I think about so on the Morph and Ivy Collective, we had Jumanji John on, and he's all plants, and he has grown to a place. I mean, he makes so much money, and he now just works out of his home. Like, that is what he does, and he does everything through Palm Street.
Isn't that all of our dreams?
Yeah, like he just does it all through Palm Street, but he's always posting stuff, social media, and he's like, that's just like the wave of it, you know, the way of the future is everybody's social media, and he's very right. And like, if you ever get the chance to go watch Jumanji John on Palm Street, it's crazy. Like, and all the stuff he's doing, it's absolutely nuts. And he'll just do pop-up lives, and you sometimes don't even know he's going to auction. You'll get hundreds and hundreds of people that just come to his stuff just because they're always waiting to see what he's going to do. So I just find that's an interesting look at, to like, because he still runs it as kind of like an auction, you know, live auctions. So it's just interesting to see how he could turn that, and I'd be curious to see how ball pythons are evolving into that.
Is he on Instagram?
He is. He's on Instagram. Jumanji John Plans. It's spelled Jumanji like it, and then John is Jon.
Jumanji.
Wrong way to spell it, but we're gonna let him off the hook for that. So, giveaway. Jamie's been pushing that out there.
Send it to me. I can't find it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like my plants.
If you don't see your name in here, guys, and you want in on this, you got like I'm not even going to say 2 minutes. You got like 30 seconds before I
Put
spin
my
it.
name in it?
All right. We're going to get into the settings of this. We're going to get over here, and we're going to spin this thing pretty quick. If you're not seeing your name, hashtag auctions. $10, guys. It goes in your pocket. It's Forge coin. You can spend it with like 34 different people right now. We are narrowing out that group. We've had some inquiries from multiple different people. How do we become an affiliate? Let us know if you're interested. We'll put it to an affiliate vote. That's how we're going to go on to add people into the group, because we have so many in here now that we don't want to randomly just add people that don't agree. They're not mixing in with the group, you know, in a good fashion. We want to honor the people that are in here now and give them an option to say, who are we going to add, who are we not, and we're going to get this group to be a really congealed group of people that all have the same vision. So
I am slacking in communication in the affiliate group, but I'm there randomly.
no, you've been doing great, man. You're
fine.
doing your thing. Everyone's doing their thing, but we do definitely want to keep this into a nice set of people that can all kind of see eye to eye and have the same ethics in mind. So
Thank you, Ashley.
we don't want to.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, well, look at all of these fucking names. And we got Mitzi, we got Tire Gods, we got Jamie, we got Ella, got G-Paw, he's in there too. Where you've got Double Dippers, we got Chris, we got a sponsor in there. That's pretty cool. Tara, that's good to see. E Reptile, we got Jordan over at Socios, we got Joey Carroll, we got Justin and Alex out there.
You must
Anyone
be present
else?
to win.
Must be present to win. Got to type it in there. We got BA Smoothie. We got Greg at Rippin'. We got the wife in there. We got Karina. Ooh, Morphic Exotics. Good to see you in there, Josh. Thanks for jumping in, man. But yeah, we're going to spin it, guys. I'm going to give it a little countdown. We got a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you missed out, I apologize, guys, but we're spinning it. Here we go.
It's so cool to see this on the screen like this. You guys are so fancy.
It's like that Fabergé egg kind of deal, right? Who do we got? Let's get a winner here, though.
Jamie at
Jamie.
Tire
Nice. Good to see Jamie in there. I think he has some coin already, but awesome to see him get some added to it.
Congrats.
Tons of stuff out there, guys, to spend your Forge coin on. If it's merch, if it's animals from all of these different breeders. If you want to throw it to deeds, not words, all of the affiliates said yes, the coin can go towards that if you want to put it towards deeds. A lot of great places to spend it. It's free after all. I
I
like
have Ford coin.
the anything
Put mine towards
crazy
these.
to
I
do.
got-
Unsubbed. Nick's like, I'm out. I'm out of this group. Oh, yeah, no. That happens, Nick. Sorry, man. It's like the races on F&A Sunday. But, yeah, we're going to go around the horn. We're going to let people give out flowers. Then we're going to get the heck out of here. We're at 2 hours. Thank you, guys, in the chat. Thank you, affiliates, for coming out and filling up this time and having good viewpoints on it. So let's do that. We'll get this opened up this way. It will not be me. It'll be G-Paw. Happy healing, sir. Thank you for tuning in, number one, from where you're at and the things you're going through. Flowers, who do you want to say thank you to? I don't know who has the red-eyed tree frog, but we're
I
going
was about to ask who's got the frogs.
Me. It's my toes outside.
Well, I'm going to give my flowers to my wife, who's my biggest supporter, my biggest cheerleader, and I'm her biggest pain in the ass.
Nice.
And I also want to put a request out if I can. John, I appreciate you bringing up what I do. Sometimes I get discouraged and down with that little word you said. So y'all look up to you. What I'm doing is good. I appreciate it. I need help. We try, we give the snakes to the veterans, and out of our pockets, we try to provide enclosures. But I can't do that for everybody. And I've reached out to some of the companies trying to, will you donate this and that? And I'm not getting any help. So if you've got a lead in somewhere, help me out.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And everyone out there in the chats, if you have that angle or you have that, lane that he can look
That
at.
frog wants to
Man,
help.
that frog
Sorry,
is...
one's in the garage, one's outside. I'm sorry, people.
that frog is
They're communicating
it's full
back
on
and
hump
forth.
mode.
They're so loud.
They're bringing enjoyment to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's funny.
Jeepa,
But
I will do bioactive tanks if anybody wants any. I will go get the cages myself. And I'll figure out shipping, and I will send some out if you need those.
Very nice. That's awesome.
It's awesome, Derek.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely, Greg. Anyone that has those leads for Greg, please put them in there. It's a fantastic cause. John, flowers. Over the red-eyed tree frog, whatever you got, man.
They're both good.
And
That is wild how loud those are.
at first, I thought Jason had got those screaming ones at first.
Right.
They're just wild natural frogs. I can do that.
But outside the obvious, my wife Bridget and our son Chance, which he don't help as much as he used to, but outside of the usual is somebody that y'all probably never heard of. Is there's a gentleman down the street that's faced a few issues, whatever, and blah blah blah, but he's still grinding through it. Is Benford Reptiles.
Benford. Okay.
He's quietly making some really nice stuff.
Nice. Okay.
He may have reduced what he's shooting for right now with everything going on, but he's making some really nice stuff.
So on that shout out, John, is it BENFORD?
BIN, just like the old tool
BIN.
time, Benford Tools.
Okay,
cool.
perfect. So people can find them that way. Just check them out where? Instagram? How do we find them?
Instagram. Mr. I know it's Instagram, and I'm pretty sure Morph Market as well.
Okay.
And good luck to him for sure.
Yeah. I always want to cheer on people that are, getting stuff rolling the right way.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Benford_reptiles.
Awesome.
And he's not doing just balls. He's got, I don't know if he's breeding them, but I know he's got some retics, and I think Super Dwarf maybe, and maybe Burms as well.
Very cool.
Sweet. Will do.
He's a
Benford
real
Reptiles.
quiet, he's a real quiet guy. He's a good guy. He just went through some stuff recently.
You doing burn balls?
Nah, I don't know. I don't think he was.
Tell him where he can get some forge coin, John.
Right, exactly. Derek. Red Tree Frog shout out.
Flowers. All right. I'm going to give my flowers to the whole Morph family. Thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it. It was a blast. I love coming on your guys' show. Yeah, I think you guys are awesome. I just love being on. I feel honored to come on the show. So
Thank you.
yeah,
We
you're
appreciate
welcome.
you, man.
You guys' show is amazing. Like I said, I'm not always in the chats every live, but I do watch it all the time when I'm driving to all my jobs I go to throughout the week. It's my co-worker that's not allowed to drive because he crashed a work truck. He has to deal with me listening to my reptile podcast. So, but
Yeah.
I love it.
Hell
He does
yes,
both
also.
you guys too, which is cool. So
I'm glad you're driving, Derek. I'm glad
Oh,
you're
yeah.
driving. Man.
Appreciate
So,
that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm excited to be on here.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Very good. Well deserved. So you guys get my roses.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, Ken.
Rats, I've been yelling it all night. Reptile Ads, check it out. Husbandry Pro, all that
Yes.
stuff. So RWO, my brothers.
Yes. Shout out to the RWO. Ken,
Tomorrow
tell us
night,
about the
9
shows.
Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, same bat time, same bat channel. You all know.
Yeah. All right. That's a quick in and out.
Are you feeding
We
it?
got one left.
I gotta pee. I'm trying to hold it.
I gotta pee too, but I might get bit by a frog.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Their bites don't hurt.
They see a worm, they go for it.
Yeah,
Right.
it's funny. It's funny. I find it entertaining.
Look at Ken's gonna pee himself now.
I might just drip a little.
I'd say my flowers are going to my kids because they have stepped it up majorly since having surgery and not able to put any weight on my foot whatsoever. And it's been almost a year now, and the really stepped up taking care of the animals and trying their best to help me out, and that's who gets it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect,
Very
perfect.
nice.
Very good.
Well, our collective flowers go out to all of you guys who stopped in tonight. Ken, Derek, Greg, John, Ashley, thank you guys for swinging in and putting your 2 cents in on a topic that has been a little bit beat up, but I think we took a little couple angles on it that people hadn't looked at. And
Yeah. It was
that's
awesome.
what it's about. So, yeah, it was a ton of fun, guys. Thank you so much. Please hang around for just a minute. We're going to give everybody a little bit of an insight as to what's coming next week. Next week's a big show for us. It's going to be a fun one. Ashley, bye-bye. See you in a second. Same thing with you, John. See you in a couple. Ken, trying to dodge it, but you're out of there. Also, you, Derek, you're gone. Sorry, man. And we got one left. He's in the hospital bed, which I can't believe he's even in here tonight. Greg, thank you so much for doing what you did tonight, man. And
I
we
appreciate
it.
you all, man.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, every Wednesday, same time, same place. We're rotating the Crucible. We're rotating a No Remorph. We're coming back with No Remorph next week. We've got a bigger guest on next week than we've had in a little bit. We've had some big ones, but we've got Mark Mandick coming on from Marcus Jane. And we're going to talk about some of the... Right? John back there still talking, still giving us hell. We're going to have Mark Mandick on. We're going to talk about some of the things that aren't being covered now. Recently, a lot of Scrambler stuff out there, right? He's constantly defending, hey, I think Scrambler's a thing, and there's, two sides to it. I get it. But Mark has been around forever, and he's had fantastic animals forever, and he's doing it the right way, and he's such a nice guy. Below it all, he's got a great sense of humor. I mean, he's funny, he's down to earth, but he has this weird level of just ethics and class that kind of rides through everything he does. All of his ads are beautifully set up. His camera work is amazing, and he really works a project from start to finish with detail, and I just have wanted to talk to Mark for a long time, and it's a long time coming. We're going to have him in, talk about some genes we got from him, talk about some genes that maybe aren't covered that much. Java. We're going to touch on Scrambler. We kind of have to. But also his MJ lines, right? MJ Xanthic and some of that stuff. So get it right from the horse's mouth next week. It's going to be a great show. Super hype about it. We got a lot of things planned to ask him that maybe don't get asked in a lot of conversations with Marcus Jane. So thank you guys for coming out. Swing out next week. Same time, same place. Jason. heal up. Holy Christ, I can't believe you made it through this whole thing.
Yeah,
made it.
I was
Everybody else?
expecting you to be out.
Yeah. It's Miller time. I agree 100%. So get the heck out of here. I believe in Scrambler too, Jordan. So let's get out of here. 2 days left, guys, and then we're into a weekend. But come back next week on a Wednesday and come see us again. Appreciate everybody out there. Much love. Have a fantastic week, guys. Let's get the F out of here.